Here's my reading journal for this week. So far, I've read 48 books this year, which is more than I thought I would have read. I knew I could get to 40, but I'm surprised that I still have 6 weeks left and I'm already at 48. I'm very proud of myself for that. I like to read for a lot of different reasons. I like to read for pleasure. I find it relaxing. I like to read a bunch of different things. I like stories. I like learning. I like to read new things and different things. I like to read interesting things. One of the best things about reading is reading the same thing as other people, because I love to talk to other people about the books I'm reading. How I get my reading done? Well, I like to read on the subway, so whenever I have to go somewhere in Toronto, I always have a book with me. I also like to read on my couch at home. I find it really relaxing. I just can't read there if someone's watching TV. I know that a lot of people like to read in bed, but I don't. If I read in bed, it's a sure thing I'll fall asleep. In order to read 48 books so far, I really had to schedule it into my day. Time flies, so if you don't schedule it into your day, all of your day's time is gone and you haven't done any reading. The hardest genre for me to read is informational texts. Right now I'm reading this book called The Philosophy of Education by Nell Noddings. Philosophy is all about asking questions. It's about thinking about big ideas and thinking about what's wrong with the world and how we can fix it. This is me reading informational texts. I find it a lot of hard work. I think that's why it's a difficult genre for me. But then again, as my mom would tell me, hard work never killed anyone, so I guess I should just suck it up and do it. And reading informational text does make me feel wise like a wise old owl. So I guess it's good for me. What I'm reading, the other book I'm reading right now that I really like is The Calling. This is part of a trilogy. It starts with The Gathering, The Rising, and now The Calling. The Calling is about a girl named Maya, and she has this odd birthmark on her hip. And the birthmark actually means that she's a skinwalker. A skinwalker is kind of like a werewolf. I really like this book because it's got all of my favorite things. It's got a little bit of adventure. It's got a little bit of mystery. And it's got a little bit of romance. It's a fantasy book. Fantasy and sci-fi is what I usually read. And in this book, Maya and her friends are trying to figure out why they've been selected to, how they've become skinwalkers and other special fantastical beings, and why the people living in their town have selected them to live there and kept their secret all of these years. And now that they're teenagers and they've found out, what they are, they don't really know what's going on or why people would have kept it a secret, or lots of different shenanigans are happening. So right now I'm really enjoying the mystery part of my book. That's it for my paper slide video. I hope you enjoyed it.